Hey, this is Tina from Loving Life's Little Blessings, and welcome to our blog hop for February. This is our sketches blog hop. So everybody was gonna grab a sketch and then make something and share it. And so I have a picture of my sketch right above this post. My printer kind of is acting weird and not printing black for some reason. And so I couldn't print out the sketch to show you guys. I'll try to insert a picture of it. Right here. But I got it from the Mojo Monday blog, and I'll put the link up there. And I oftentimes use this site if I am you know, just not feeling very inspired, and the sketch actually came at a really perfect time because I was kind of burnt out. And so I was really wanting to be creative, but not really knowing what to do. So I've started with a 5 by 5 inch card base. So I cut my 8.5 by 11 cardstock at 5, and then I flipped it this way and cut it at 10, and then I folded it in half, which gave me a 5 by 5 inch card. So if you were to mail this, you would need a special envelope, but it would probably cost you more postage. That's my disclaimer. So the sketch is very, very layered, and I'm not really great at layering different pattern papers, and so I put it together. I just have all my stuff cut, and I'm going to show you how it all goes together, but I did that because I just wasn't sure if I would actually be able to do it. So this is the first layer of the sketch, and I'm going to give you the dimensions. I believe I just took a 1/4 inch off each. Yeah, so this is like 4 3/4, and the sketch shows it a little bit more taken off. I know the layers are a little bit smaller, but I just don't really like that. So with a sketch, you don't have to follow it exact. That's a little tip. I used to think that you had to, when you did sketches, that you would have to do them exactly. And I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see it. There you go. You don't have to follow them exactly. It's just an idea. It gives you a little idea, a jumping off part, you know, place. So oftentimes I have a little bit of liberty with the sketches I do. So the next piece is going to be this piece right here, but it has a scalloped edge to it over here. So what I've done is I've pulled Melon Mambo out of my paper, and I am using this cardstock. It is Sunshine and Sprinkles from the Stampin' Up! Spring catalog, and it just has all these really great patterns, and they're really bright and just really real springy. I just really love the colors. So I'm gonna take this Melon Mambo piece and I'm gonna attach it to this polka dot piece. And I'm just going to do that by running some adhesive on this and then attaching this piece with how much ever portion of the scallop I want to show. And then that's going to go right there like that. So the next piece is this piece, this striped piece, and it's gonna go down just like this. But on the very bottom, there's some banners. So I've just made my own banners, and I wanted to give you guys a little tip on how to do that. So what I did is I just took my trimmer and I took a piece of cardstock. I trimmed it to 1 inch. And then I did by 1.5. So it gave me this little tiny scrap of paper. So what I do when I'm making banners is I snip right down the middle of my, let's zoom in so you guys can see this part. So I take and I snip right down the middle. And then what I do is I come in at the corner and I snip up to the middle. But what I do is I use my finger. You can see like the scissors are resting right on my finger. Be careful that you don't cut yourself. But what I do is I just rest my scissors right on my finger right there and use that as a guide to guide my scissors up. And then I'll do the same thing. And then that's how I get my banner, okay? So let's zoom back out. Oops. And my banner is gonna go under this piece right here, and only a tiny bit is gonna stick out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I just have all my pieces layered and glued down. So then I have the very last piece, which is my sentiment, which is gonna go right here. And what I've done is I've used this image right here. I just flipped my stamp over and I took my writer markers and the brush end, and then I colored in the cup in Melon Mambo, and I didn't get the sentiment on the bottom. And then I used my basic black and turned it around and got the little steam, the little heart up there. And then when I was ready to stamp it, I'll stamp it on another one to show you guys. I just breathed on it to moisten the ink again, and then I stamped. And then I did the same thing for my sentiment, which I used from this stamp set, which is the Morning Cup. And it says caffeine isn't a drug, it's a vitamin. And so this one is in the annual catalog, and this stamp set is a celebration stamp set, so you can get this for free by placing a $50 order. And so then I just trimmed it down. It was at a 3x3 piece of white Whisper White cardstock on top, but I didn't like the way that looked. The sentiment and the image were too small, I thought. And so I just trimmed it down and I just eyeballed it to where I thought proportionately it worked. And then I used my Melon Mambo writer marker, and you can see I stamped on the back. I was playing around with a different idea. So I used my Melon Mambo ink, my writer marker, to just go around the edges. And then I'm going to put that right in the middle. And then you can see that the sketch has like a circle, a scalloped, like layered circle. And for that, I tried a lot of different things. I tried a, I'll show you what I have. So I tried a scalloped circle. I tried a larger scalloped circle. And I just didn't like the scallop because this is already scalloped, and I felt like it took away from this being scalloped. So what I did is I just took a circle. I'm placing it right there, and then I have a button, a Melon Mambo button, and I'm going to place that right there, and that's going to finish out my sketch. I'm going to use a glue dot or two to attach my button. I just have some Lucky Limeade green baker's twine in the bow to make it to make a bow. I'm going to place that right in the middle. And then I'm going to just use some glue dots because I have them out and they work really well to attach the circle. And that is going to be my card for today. It's our sketch. So make sure you come on over to the blog and hop to the next blog for our blog hop. And as always, guys, thanks for coming by, and I will talk to you later.